it's Annie and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to do a little bit of an update today. I'm going to be talking about my diets, what I'm doing, and kind of an update with you guys. And I'm also going to talk a little bit about hormone replacement therapy. There's not going to be any advice or anything like that. I'm just going to let you know what's happening because some of you guys have asked me. Let's start out with the diet. I shared probably about a month ago at least. I don't know when this is going to go out, but it's been a month ago since I've talked about it. Could be long about time I put this up. And I had shared that I was really frustrated with my weight. I felt like I was eating right and everything, and I just was like trying to figure out what to do. I decided to, just kind of weighing it in. You guys kind of shared what you're doing, what works for you. And I decided to start eating more Mediterranean, which is more like beans, fish, and not so much like red meat, no red meat, very little chicken, dairy, not very much dairy and all that. And I really enjoy eating this way. I'm kind of at the point now that I am eating a little bit more protein though too. Here's the thing. It's so frustrating to try to figure out how to eat. One thing is I am very limited on time, and I feel like as far as Mediterranean for me, I've got to plan my meals. I got to plan ahead of time. Like I can't be like, what do we eat today? Not when you got to soak beans the night before, you know what I'm saying? So I have to really think about what I want to eat. But I am making a better conscious decision, and I'm thinking more about what I'm eating and how much I'm eating. I don't feel like I'm an overeater. I think I'm actually the opposite. This is my issue that I have. Let's talk about intermittent fasting first. Intermittent fasting, so many of you guys said it was amazing, and I was not on board for it, but I thought, you know what, I'm going to try it. And so I did. I don't know if I went in too fast for it. Maybe I shouldn't have done it that way. But I decided to do where you eat at noon and you have till 8 o'clock and then you don't eat anything till noon. And I did that for 4 days. And all I thought about is how fucking hungry I was. All I thought about is food. I could not wait to have my food. And I still ate breakfast at noon because I like breakfast. I'm a breakfast person. I know some people aren't breakfast people, so they like the fact that they don't have to eat till noon. I'm just not a lunch person. Breakfast is just so much easier for me. I just really enjoy breakfast. Lunch is just not. So for me, and I just did it for 4 days. I was going to go back to it, and I'm like, I just don't want to do it. I just felt like for me, I felt like it was creating bad eating habits. Going to. Because all I did was think about how hungry I was, and I couldn't wait to eat. And I'm normally like right now I'm hungry. I got to eat. Okay, I'm filming a lot of videos. It's 1:02 and I have not eaten lunch yet. I ate at 9 o'clock this morning. I had breakfast. I haven't eaten lunch yet. See, I'm not a lunch person. Even though my stomach is hungry, I could just keep going because I'm just I'm not a lunch person. So I just felt like that's all I thought about. And then I felt like once 12 came, I've got that 8 hours seems like a lot of time, but it isn't, because I would eat my breakfast at noon, okay? And then by 3, 4 o'clock, I'm starting to get a little hungry, but not really for lunch, so then I have a snack. But then I wouldn't eat until dinner, and then I started thinking, well, I gotta eat more, because now I'm not gonna eat until then. So I felt like I was trying to make myself eat more. I don't know that that's a good thing for me. I mean, whatever works for you, you gotta do what works for you, okay? So I'm not telling you it's bad. I'm not telling anybody not to do it. I'm just telling you, for me, I just don't think it's for me. I'm going to just not do that and see how it goes. I have not been on the scale, but I will tell you that my shorts are looser now. That's what I'm going to go by. I'm not going to weigh myself for a while. I'm just going to let it go. Just going to let it go and see how it is. And this is what I read too, is that all you have to do is skip a meal. And that's kind of how I feel like. I kind of feel like I do. I feel like I kind of do intermittent fasting because I'm not a lunch person. Like I'm more of like a breakfast snack, but healthy snacks, and then dinner. That's what I enjoy doing. And I just feel like, I don't know, I just felt like all I was thinking about is food for me. And I'm usually not like that. Even if I'm hungry now, I'm not thinking, oh my God, I'm so hungry. I don't get like that normally. So I just don't like it for me. I just don't think it's for me. I'm not doing that. So what I'm doing again is I am having breakfast, and then if I feel like having lunch, I have it. If I don't, then I have snacks. So like today I made salmon for dinner last night. I just had half of it because that's all I wanted. And I'm going to have the other half, and I'm going to have salad with it. That's what I'm going to have for dinner, for lunch. And I might have a couple of crackers that I found that are just whole wheat grain crackers. I may have a couple of those. So I'm actually having more carbs now. But I haven't felt like I'm gaining weight or anything like that. Breakfast, I'm still having my oatmeal. I just have a little bit. I don't have very much. I just sprinkle some of it on my yogurt. It's not like I have a lot. Okay, there's no sugar in it. And the yogurt that I actually, or the oatmeal that I usually eat has protein in it. So it has protein in it. So it's like a protein powder that's in it. And then I have some oats in there. There's some shaved almonds and things in it. So I really like it. So I just put a little bit of that with some plain Greek yogurt and some fruit. That is what I have for breakfast. And then lunch, I will have, or dinner, sometimes like tonight, we're going to have pasta. We're going to have pasta. I'm going to have feta cheese, tomato. It's a recipe that I saw. I will let you know what I think. So that's what, black beans, another thing. I'll have, I can't think of the name of the other beans. Salads with that, or vegetables, fruits. That's what I eat, and that's what I'm doing. So I will let you know how it goes. I feel better. I feel good. I'm not going to get so hung up on the scale. So many people said that when you're a certain age, you shouldn't be worried about the scale. And I'm just going to not worry about it right now. I'm just going to, as long as I look good and my clothes are feeling good, because that was a thing for me. So many of you guys were like, but you look good, or kind of were like, why are you worried about it? Because my clothes are getting tight, you guys. They were. My pants were getting tight. So when that happens, I'm sorry, I'm not going to go up to the next size. I'm going to stop it. I've always been in control of my weight. I talked about that in the last video. I come from a family on my mom's side that had severe weight issues, okay? I just didn't want to have that. Not just the weight, but the diabetes and all that comes with it. I don't want it, okay? So I've always been on top of my weight. It's always been like really big for me to stay on top of it. I see my mom is an older woman now. She has a hard time getting around. I don't want that. I'm very active. I walk. That's my workout, and I started doing resistance bands. I'm not going to share any workouts because I'm not a professional. I'm not going to be doing that on my channel, but that's what I'm doing. Look it up. That's what I do. Look it up on YouTube. You'll find a lot of different videos on resistance bands. I feel good. That's what I'm doing, and that's it. I went to my gynecologist appointment. They did do blood work, and everything is fine with my thyroid. I told you guys, I don't know. Every time I've had it tested, it always comes back that everything is fine. I've had afternoons, not lately though, but there were some times when I feel so fucking tired. Like it'll just hit me, and I'm just like, do you ever get that tired? I've had that happen to me. It's like, what the fuck is wrong with me? Anyways, I've decided to try HRT one more time. This is the last time I'm going to try it. If it doesn't work out, then I'm done. I just started taking it, and I feel like my hot flashes are worse right now. You may have to change something, so I'm going to work with her for a little bit, see what happens, but I feel like I'm sleeping even less at night because I'm just so hot. The one thing that I kept getting, and I haven't had it happen so far, but I was getting a lot of migraines. That's why I went off it. But I am getting like more hot flashes. I don't know if that's normal. Is it just because it's like my body's trying to adjust to it? I don't know. But I'm just giving it one more try, and that's it. You have to decide for yourself. Don't watch somebody on YouTube and decide. Okay? Go see a doctor. If you're thinking about doing it, do your own research and decide for yourself whether you want to or not. There's pros and cons, but at the end of the day, just like with how you're eating, at the end of the day, you got to do what works for you. One thing I don't do on my channel, whether it's makeup or skincare or whatever I talk about, I never, like if I'm talking to you guys, I'm just sharing what I'm doing for me. I would never come on here and say you should do this or you need to do that, or I don't do that. I just feel like you need to make those decisions yourself, especially when it comes to HRT and even the way you eat. You really have to decide what's going to work for you. And it's frustrating, especially when you're going through menopause. It is really frustrating. I don't like to work out. I don't. But I do it. I do enjoy my walks, but I'm not somebody that wants to go to Pilates class or something like this. Just not my thing. But I feel like it's important to be active for your health. I think it's really, really important. My grandpa, and I've talked about him before. I'm trying to think. I think he lived to be 95 or 96, and he worked until he was 90, and he didn't have to, but he did it to stay active, and he would walk and walk and walk, you know, and that was just his exercise. You know what I mean? Like, he didn't eat any special. He was in pretty good shape. It's hard to tell though, because he used to wear those pleated pants, you know, because that's what like he wasn't going to wear jeans because he grew up between the 30s and 40s and all that. You know what I mean? But he looked amazing as he aged. You know, he looked great. He was fit. It's because he walked. So he wasn't like he never had a cane or anything like that. Like, he got around really good, and that's what I want for me. I'm not expecting a miracle, but I think that if you stay active and eat good, it just gets frustrating. And that's what I shared in the other video. That as we age, you know, our body changes so much. It's just frustrating, you know. I still want to wear the same size pants and stuff if I can. I just want to. But I'm also not going to go and start, you know, being a bodybuilder and start measuring my food and stuff. I'm just not going to do that. I'm just not going to do that. No, I'm not going to do that. So thank you guys so much for joining me. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys all in my next video. Bye.